Hey, family, thank you so much for joining me. So let me go ahead and put the disclaimer on this video. Um, this is a timeless reading, so it could be happening now, could have happened in the past, could happen in the future. So past, present, or future. Um, it can be used as an sorry, it is an activation reading, but it can be used as a manifestation reading. So you can use the information in this reading to increase your beliefs or faith, that grow your faith that the things that are going on in this reading can happen in your life, and you can pull those things into your own life. The love you want, the relationships, everything that you want, you can manifest those things and pull them into your reality here in the 3D. Um, Take what resonates and leave the rest, as always. If it doesn't fit, don't try to force it. Sometimes I'll say divine masculine and divine feminine fits in your situation. Sometimes I'll say divine feminine and divine masculine fits in your situation. So use those terms as they apply in your situation. If you want to work with me on individual, couples, family, speaking engagements, an upcoming interview, or an upcoming date, if you want to work with me on twin flame stuff, which is what we're talking about today, getting into union, staying in union, working on the union. If you want to work with me on attracting the love, the relationships, the friendships, the success, the wealth, the riches, the clients, the business, the peace, the ideal weight, the reduced stress and worry, or in general, the life that you deserve and desire, feel free to reach out to me. My information is in the description below. I would be happy to talk with you to see if we would be a good fit to work together. So let me go ahead and go in on this reading. So recently, a friend said something to me about, have you heard anything about this 1111 portal? And I hadn't heard anything about the portal, but I felt, I'll say maybe a week ago, I felt something shifting. And I usually feel these shifts, and I'll, if I'm not looking at anything or hearing anything, I'll just be like, well, things happen because I have psychic abilities and things like that. And I'm intuitive. I have the clairs and everything. And so, what I felt and what I was thinking on, and I'm just straight getting information from the spirit. I don't pull any cards or anything like that. What I was getting though was something is going on with the divine masculine. I don't know what it is, but it feels like more transforming is happening. But again, I'm not hearing anything. I'm not seeing anything. So I'm just like, okay, well, maybe I should just, lay low and not really say anything. Because I have done it, have said stuff before, and he's been, transforming. And it really was like a major glow up, and it was amazing. So it's happening again. And from what I understand, it's a different kind of glow up. And from what I was getting personally, it's like knowledge is coming up. So the knowing is coming up, feeling certain things. And it's, what from what I'm hearing, it's us as twin flames taking our rightful position with other people, and other people are taking their positions. I would say stuff, to my divine masculine about stuff like this, but it was like, this person knows, basically that he's at the master's feet. Like he's getting knowledge. And I don't, when I say stuff like that, I don't really always pay attention. I'm just like, it's just coming out the way that God, the spirit came through me and, said it or wrote it. So, but it's like so much of the knowledge, so much of the wisdom is coming out. He's stepping more and more into his rightful position as a leader, as a father, as the emperor, terms that I've been using, and it's funny. And, at times I'm being funny and I'll call him daddy, but it's like, no, in ancient times, he was known as the father or the emperor or the leader, that kind of figure. And when, I was listening to someone else talking and they were saying, someone taking you can imagine someone taking hold of a staff, like, in the old Ten Commandments movies, like Moses taking the staff. It's like that. It's like an elder is what popped into my mind just then, like an elder taking their staff and taking the rightful position as the leader, as the teacher, um, and other people taking their positions as students, pupils, whatever. And I've been talking about that for a long time. If you're not taking your rightful position with some people, they'll get upset with you because they know what you're supposed to be doing. And they know you're a teacher and you're supposed to be teaching them. And if you're not doing it, if you're acting like you're a friend or you're acting like they're teaching you, no. You need to take your rightful position as their leader, as their teacher, and teach and disseminate information and put knowledge out there like you're supposed to. That's one of the reasons that it's given to you, so you can put knowledge out there, you can spread it. That's what you're supposed to do. So I was getting that, that this stuff is coming up, that we are as twin flames being activated, also that we're coming into union. Now it's funny because really, really soon, like within the next month, he and I are supposed to, be face to face. And I'm like, this is funny. Not only that, and this is not anything, I hadn't heard anything about the portal until tonight. But this is supposed to be happening, that we're supposed to meet face to face within the next month. And also people, like one person in particular, and I'm going to see how many other people actually um, get activated and try to show up. One person in particular that I know, I had been thinking about him recently, and he just popped up out of the blue after months and said hi. And I asked, well, what encouraged you basically to reach out? And he was like, oh, I was just, I just wanted to say hi. And I'm like, something, I was telling him there's always a reason. Nothing happens out of the blue. And I was saying, I know stuff on this side that you don't know. So for me, I know there are a lot of things, a lot of entities, a lot of forces that will try to stop the union, block it. In the past, he has been one of those things. This time, no, it's not happening. No one, nothing. We are the only two who can actually block it or stop it. So, because it is divinely protected, I was seeing numbers tonight, synchronicities. I was seeing 444 earlier. I saw 333. I saw 222 not too long ago. I saw 1111, which is supposed to be a twin flame number, 1111. And a lot of amazing things are happening. But for us, the stuff that I've been saying, and like I said, I only learned about the 1111 portal tonight, but the stuff that I've been saying makes perfect sense because I've been talking about like I said, someone being at the master's feet, or, you know, I'm talking about him being the emperor, or I'm talking about, you know, building empires together, or stuff that God has given me, has told me, you know, to look out for, basically, whether it's, you know, come in visions, I'm visualizing and it pops up and I'm like, oh, okay, just, you know, and God is like, and if this happens, this is fine. You know, God will shift my thinking on it and say, just roll with it. This is fine. Because there are forces out there that are trying to block or stop things in this union from coming together, and they're not going to be able to. They haven't been able to, they won't be able to, but it's sort of like God is clearing the path. And Isaiah, it talks about, God says, I will go before you, make the crooked places straight. I will break in pieces the gates of brass and cut in sunder the bars of iron. Um, and I will something, you know, don't quote me on it, but and I will give thee the treasures of darkness and hidden riches of secret places, that thou mayest know that I, the Lord, which call thee by name, am the God of Israel. So it's giving, you know, people have been talking about, um, things are coming to you. Someone has been trying to block your success. Someone's been trying to, you know, interfere with your finances. It's coming. It's coming to you. Riches are coming to you. Opportunities are coming to you. People want to collaborate with you. And there have been forces that have been trying to block it, because they've been trying to block, like I said, this union. And all of it is tied in together, because, you know, I was listening to someone else talking about this portal, and they were saying the divine masculine is trying to bring these coins to you. And for me, I'm, you know, we've been, a lot of us, we've been doing it. We've been taking care of ourselves. We had to pay the bills and all this stuff, and nothing new. So it hasn't changed, but it's sort of like that there's no, money is not the reason. Money will not be the reason that we'll be separated. Nothing will be the reason that we'll be separated. Like I said, the only ones who could stop it is us. So I think that there are entities, demonic forces trying to attack one or the both of us, and try to get us to think in ways that we shouldn't be thinking, trying to bring in chaos, bring in doubts, fears, worries, all this stuff. And we keep coming back to, but God always took care of it in the past. But everything has always been fine in the past. So why not now? So it's going to be fine. We're going to get what we need. We're going to get what we want. There's been, you know, things trying to interfere in our speaking. If you notice, you know, you're saying things in a different way, or stammering or stuttering or whatever it is, and more than usual, or, you know, if you never have, all of a sudden it's like something is trying to interfere with your speaking, so your communication, you know. And you know, not too long ago was Mercury and a lot of the other planets in retrograde, and it was like interfering with communication. It's like these demonic forces are trying to throw everything at us but the kitchen sink, and it's like not working. And so for us, we have to know, when we find out about these things, we have to behave accordingly, so that these things don't interfere. None of us are perfect. So, you know, some things are going to get, you know, rise up, or some things are going to get, you know, mishandled, or, you know, things like that. But nothing can stop it but us. And that is probably the most important message that I could put out there, to listen to, read, watch, look at pictures of the things that you want to bring into your life, because there are things, there are people, there are entities that are trying to stop you from pulling the things into this 3D and you getting what you want. so that you could be discouraged, so that you can be sad, down, you know. And this ties in, this is good. Um, things are coming up right now that I didn't really expect to talk about, but they're important to talk about. So lately, um, I have been talking a lot more, doing networking events and stuff like that, which you all probably have too. And a lot of people are gonna want to work with you and, collaborate with you and stuff like that. They want to do it right now, but there are things that are trying to stand in the way of it. They won't be able to. But I've been talking a lot more about the spiritual healing advisor, mindset coaching stuff that I've been doing, and less about the other stuff, because the spiritual healing stuff is the most important thing. I was born and called this, as a spiritual healer, spiritual advisor, and nothing will stop it. It's a gift. It's nothing that I went and studied and took an exam for, any of that. It was, I was born with that stuff. And so it's important for me to continue to speak more about it, because back in the day, I'll put it like this. Back in the day, people tried to discourage people in my lineage from doing this work. And this work is so important. And, we have to think about it. We have these repeating experiences, and some people are like, oh, we're going around the mountain again. You know, um, why are we doing this over and over and over again? So you can get it right this time, so that this time, when someone tries to discourage you, you have your ducks in a row and you saying, no, I'm doing this. No, I have to do this. No, I'm called to this. This is my responsibility here. This is what I'm supposed to do. And you do it. And maybe you and the divine masculine are called to do it together. Maybe part of it is that. But it's so important for you to remember. And I was talking about this too. You remember who you are. Your past lives or whatever, for some people, have been activated. If they're not, they could be activated on or around 11/11. The two of you could be talking to each other, like out of the blue. Divine masculine or divine feminine could call you up and talk to you and say, I just needed, yeah, I can't hold back anymore. I feel this like overwhelming love for you, and like I have to talk to you, I have to be with you. you know can I come to you, can you come to me, whatever it is. And I know, there might be things trying to attack your mind and trying to, get you to believe that no, it's not going to work out and you're going to get into it, whatever it is. It's not going to happen. It is going to happen. The thing is, the two of you have to be in control of, and the two of you have to dictate what it's going to look like, what it's going to be. And the connection is so important, because the two of you have work to do together here. So I know that you just have to continue on the path, continue to get yourself prepared, continue to glow up, continue to watch, listen to, read, look at pictures of the things that you want to bring into your life, continue to communicate as best as you can with each other, continue to express love to each other, continue, to try to be in harmony so that nothing can come between you. What God has brought together, they say, let no man put asunder. That is true, because some things, entities, demonic forces might be trying to attack one or both of you, like I said, to interfere with this coming together, because they don't want this work. They don't want this change, this shift, this world turning upside down and on its head to come. But it's coming. It's here. Matter of fact, in the 5D, it's here. But in the 3D, it is coming down. and some entities, forces are shaking in their boots because they do not want this to happen. But it is going to happen. I'm very excited for it. I'm excited for, to hear your stories about things that have been going on with you and what your experience has been and how you've been able to overcome. I'm excited for all of us to get together and to really do some great work, some great healing work, helping, lifting people up, creating change, bringing change, um, modeling change, teaching, really putting the information out there and really taking our rightful positions in this world. So I'm excited to hear about all that. Thank you again for joining me. And I look forward to bringing you another reading very soon, another video very soon, talking about these topics, including mindset coaching. I might end up doing another video because 11/11 is Saturday. I might end up doing another video about 11/11, maybe on Saturday, 11/11. Which turns out to be Veterans Day. It's interesting because it's twin flames. We've been here. We probably would be considered veterans. We already served. We already did our time. We back here to help, to lift people up, to make a difference, to create change, to destroy that old template, to create a new one, break that mold, and create one that makes sense for humanity now and into the future. All right, y'all. Thank you again for joining me. As always, happy lightning fast manifesting, and I will see you sometime soon. All right, love y'all.